Welcome to our Wellness Hub. My name is Moni C. I'm a mindset coach and I help women who feel stuck in negativity or overwhelmed in their lives by giving them actionable tools to develop lifelong positive habits. I also study and interview individuals with positive mindsets. One specific type is the mindset of a person who goes from corporate to entrepreneurship. Today, we have a very special guest. Her name is Anna Vanagtmael, who is currently a retreat host and planner. And she went from working in the corporate world for many years to starting her own company. Anna, thank you for being here. Tell us a bit about yourself and what you were doing before becoming an entrepreneur. And what did you have to change in your way of thinking, in your mindset, to make that shift from corporate to solo? The floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I worked in a lab, clinical diagnostics lab, and for 13 years. I worked for 3 different companies, mostly all startups. So I think that very much made me risk tolerant because nothing was a guarantee. But also the last stint, I was hired as the first employee. And so I built the lab, hired the staff, did all the things, and it sort of planted a seed that 2 things. One, I was wildly unhappy. Even though I liked being challenged and I really wanted the job, I was bored with it. And also, I was given the opportunity to be an entrepreneur with no financial risk. And I had never considered being my own boss up until that point. So planted a seed. And I also was like, well, if I don't want this, what do I want? And I couldn't answer that question for a minute, which was pretty humbling. So I had decided that if I could be that successful in something I wasn't passionate about, I should try pursuing things I was and see if maybe I could have even more success. And so I would just started doing things that scared me, that interest me, but were definitely outside of my comfort zone. And I was subconsciously just trying to think differently, really changing my brain chemistry, building confidence, resilience, and that is it in a nutshell.
You were facing your fears, and that's incredible. Yes.
Yeah, I also started getting into yoga. I was in some bad car accidents as a kid and I had to have neck surgery. And so I was using it as a tool, sort of more of physical therapy, but I really didn't anticipate the mental benefits that I would gain from it, which is why I still practice today, like meditation and things like that. But I got so into it, I took yoga teacher training. And I had never been in a space where I was with 11 strangers that were just supporting and loving each other for who they were, not who they were trying to be. And I thought I could create that vibe with my love of travel because I'd been traveling a lot for work extensively and I was pretty confident doing it and just host a retreat. And I tried it once, a few hours north of where I live, and that sort of just snowballed from there.
So exactly. So tell people, what are you doing today to basically,
Yeah.
you're helping people with what you're doing.
Yeah, I thought when I had surgery and I had this epiphany of not knowing what I wanted. I was 28, I'm 41 now, but I was like, there's got to be other women experiencing this type of situation. And so I thought we could talk about it. I thought we could get away from all of our roles and responsibilities and sort of create space to think about that and to try to move forward in an intentional way. So I did. I started hosting, and I'm in Michigan. I hosted in northern Michigan. It's beautiful. Just to get my feet under me. I did long weekends for a while. I side hustled the brand for 2 years before I quit my job, and now I host mostly international, Europe, Central America, do some domestic, but mostly 7-day retreats now.
All over the world.
All over the world.
That's amazing. From not knowing, you just jumped into the unknown, and this is an amazing mindset shift that
Yes.
quite incredible. And so they're located all over the world. 1 week retreats. You host them, and you do everything. You do all the logistics.
I have 2 co-hosts, 2 of my best friends now. They've been on. I'm about to host my 23rd retreat in Italy in the fall. We just got back from Iceland this past May. One is the chef and one's a photographer. And I now hire drivers. I have to hire tour guides, which I love because you sort of get more of the local feel and spin and everything. And yeah, I like to consider them. I've tried really hard to make them approachable. I believe that wellness looks differently for each individual and it looks different for me day to day. And I want everybody to show up and start intentionally thinking about what they want. So I encourage them to choose their own adventure, skip a hike if they don't want to participate, take a nap if they don't want to participate in yoga. And we do daily excursions, we do yoga daily, we all of their meals are included. I try to take them out a few times to taste the local cuisine because I think travel sort of can stretch and mold you and challenge you in really unique ways. And but for the most part, we eat all together at the house, and our chef makes all the food and even packs us to go picnic snacks if we're going to be hiking over lunch and stuff, which is kind of beautiful. And then my other girlfriend takes all the photos. She's a professional portrait photographer. And so then if they don't want to be on their phones, they can be more immersed in the experience and they'll have better photos when they get back. And then she takes some amazing landscape ones. And then in the middle of the week, we have a free day where we usually have options of activities to do on site. But then in the afternoon and golden hour, we have these huge flying dresses. We stay in some really beautiful properties, and it's sort of like a female empowerment. You have to have 2 or 3 people holding this amount of fabric. These trains really, especially if there's wind. But it just, everybody gets to feel beautiful for the day and be encouraged in a different way. And again, not everybody is I have a couple of people here and there that's not their thing, that they're just like hanging out, and we're usually dancing and helping other people get their dresses on. So there's something for everybody. Charcuterie, it's beautiful.
What is this about the cloth? The whole.
So I don't know if you've ever noticed, but we found them. We were on this travel Facebook group, and I don't know if this is where they originated, but people in Greece were getting their photos taken in these flying dresses. So there's stand on that where you have the white buildings and the blue roofs behind you, sort of this bird's eye view, and then usually they're wearing like a blue or red dress, and the trains are like insanely long, and they sort of just like flow out. I could show you, I could dig up a picture, but my girlfriend was like, we should do this. We have some beautiful landscapes. So she ordered several dresses, and the first retreat we tried them, and we were in Sicily, and one of our guests was a very accomplished seamstress, and so she took them all home with her and made them so they're like elastic, so like one size fits all. So now you can tie the tops differently, so everybody, have just different shapes and sizes. And then we have some of the other guests hold the train so they can fill the frame more or look like it's blowing off into the distance.
Wow, I want to see.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this. So the pictures are amazing, and
Yeah.
the women also. It's like something totally different out of that they have never done. So that's also very out of the common. And so you combine everything. You combine wellness, good food, yoga, and a little bit of sightseeing, and then you have this. That's beautiful. And and you're gonna go to Italy now in September.
We go in October, actually, and beginning of October, basically September.
Yeah, we're gonna have that information below. below. And so you're doing what you love.
Yeah. I find a lot of my why in the beginning again was to create an atmosphere where people could come together and love and support each other. And my why hasn't changed in 8 years. It's still the same. And I've been able to witness some really beautiful moments, and a lot of girls have become friends and come on multiple, so I get to see them over the years, and I find it very, very rewarding and fulfilling. So
you're creating everlasting connections.
Yeah,
that we need. We need a lot of connection today. And I like this about the phones, that people put the phones away and only if there's an emergency.
Right.
They shouldn't even look at the phone for 1 week. And the retreats are 1 week, right?
Yeah.
And yes, so basically there was this dissatisfaction in you at the beginning when you were in the corporate world that pushed you to try new things? Some people, for the fear of
Yeah.
trying something new, they just stay where they are. And then they live a life that it's okay, but they're not really happy. So you are an example to others that when you feel unhappy or dissatisfied with the job that you have, or to look into yourself and just try something, start small, and look what you have created.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's amazing. Thank you so much. Is there anything that you want to add to tell the audience? Any other special details of your retreats?
I don't think so. I think if, like you said, I think people can get overwhelmed by the idea of starting over or not knowing where to begin, and it really is just small steps. Like just trying new things, starting small. Again, you don't have to quit your job and the next day know exactly what you're gonna do. That's not usually how it works. So I also don't believe in starting over. Even though I'm doing something completely different, I have so many skills that I acquired working in a corporate setting with a scientific background that I still use today. There were some skills that I had to learn, obviously very new to me, but there were also a lot of things that I was able to fall back on. And I also think that if we asked ourselves more, what is the worst that's going to happen? And if it's not death, then try it. It's not that big of a deal, you know?
Exactly. But again, you can test the grounds and then just go for it. And at least you tried,
Yeah.
you know?
And honestly, if it doesn't work out the way you didn't want to, it usually gives you enough information to move forward in a better manner. I think it's just more, it's not failure, it's just pivoting.
Yeah.
It's learning and growth, and also things just pop up that you never considered. Like I never ever would have planned. I now plan other people's retreats, and for the first couple years people kept asking me if I would help them plan theirs, and I initially said no. And then COVID happened and I had to cancel mine. I'm like, okay, I've been given this gift of time. What would that look like? Like, there's, if people keep asking me, there's a reason I should maybe like just give it a shot. And now I love it. I get to hear a little bit about you and your story, and anybody that wants to host a retreat is so passionate about the content they want to host. And so it's just really like getting to know somebody and supporting their brand. And so
And
sometimes you
getting
just gotta be open to what comes, you know, across and into your sphere. So
Yes. So you have your own retreats and you also help others create their
yeah.
own retreats. That's
Yeah.
incredible. So thank you so much. Thank you for creating these wonderful events for clients around the world and for hosting them. We need these events, more and more. And yes, and for our audience, if you would like to contact Anna for your new retreat, her information is going to be below. So Anna, thank you so much for coming here. We hope to see you again. I want to know about your new retreats around the world. And yes, thank you so much for coming here and sharing your passion. And I'm very proud of you that you're following your heart.
Thank you.
And helping people along the way. So until next time, ciao.
Ciao. Thanks for having me.